Is it recording? Okay. I'll be doing enactments, stage 2. Alright. Okay, thank you guys for coming back. Let's begin. Just so you know, the same structure is going to be followed in this session. I will be giving each of you time to talk, but I will be inviting the other person and like inviting their thoughts or whatever they think about what your partner said. Again, please be mindful of not interrupting when your partner is talking. But like I said, I will be coming more back and forth between the two of you. Okay? So Laura and James. Why don't we start? Who would like to start? Laura, okay. So let's pick up where we left off last time. You were talking about James bringing up this idea of wanting to continue a relationship with you, but he also wanted to open the relationship to other people as well.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Basically, she's really pissed and has been treating me like crap ever since I brought it up. And
okay, well, let's let Laura talk about her experience and voice her feelings about the subject, and then I'll give you a chance to talk as well. Okay, James? Thank you. Laura?
So yeah, it just feels like he doesn't really want to be in this relationship anymore, so I don't know. I don't know what to do. Like, I don't even know for sure why we're here if he doesn't want to be with me. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Did he say he didn't want to be in a relationship with you?
No, he says he still wants to be in a relationship with me, but also with everyone else. Mm-hmm. Or not everyone else, but other girls. So it's, I don't know, it's pretty much the same thing to me. He doesn't want to be just with me after being together for a while. But it's kind of a step backwards, not forwards. And it doesn't feel good.
So what I'm hearing is that you're not agreeable to this idea. You don't want to see other people.
No.
Mm-hmm. What emotions or what was going through with you when he voiced this idea the first time?
Just kind of like disbelief. Like I feel like
shocked.
Yeah. And I just confused because I thought we were doing well and I thought we were moving forward, and this is like taking a step back, so I'm confused as to what problems there are or what's going on, that he feels like I'm not enough for him, or I don't know.
Mm-hmm. So you were feeling like you were not enough, that there was something that he wasn't getting from you, and you were confused because you didn't know what it was. Is that what I'm hearing? Yeah. James, as you hear Laura say that, what is going on with you?
I'm a little irritated that she has all these strong emotions, and we didn't even get to talk about it. She didn't hear me out. Mm-hmm. I brought it up, talking about it as an idea, not saying I wanted to do it, but we didn't even get that far.
So for you, it was just a thought. It was just something that you voiced.
I just wanted to talk to her about it, see her thoughts about it, and like just talk about the idea. But we couldn't even go there because she flipped out and hasn't like calmed down since we talked about it a couple weeks ago. She's been a little possessed since we talked about it, a little crazy. So it's just making me a little angry. Why are you giving me that face?
Okay. So you were feeling angry? That
I'm angry that if she wanted to talk about something, we're pretty open, we can talk about it. But once I want to talk about something, it's her way or no way. Like, I can't bring something to the table, only she can. So I'm feeling a little irritated, a little angry.
So you were feeling there is this environment that you've created in your relationship, a space where you feel that you can share different things, but with this particular idea that you had, you felt like that didn't apply anymore.
No, not at all.
Mm-hmm.
She shoved it out the window before it even be brought in the window.
Mm-hmm. I see. Laura, as you hear James say that, what is going through your head?
That's just ridiculous. That's not a valid idea. That's not something that any girl wants. Oh yeah, I want my
Well, that's
guy.
something that you don't want.
Well,
Mm-hmm.
I guess, but pretty sure most girls wouldn't want to hear that. That's not a logical step in the relationship.
Mm-hmm. What would be a logical step?
Moving forward, not backwards.
So you feel like the relationship, instead of moving forward like you described, it's actually going back.
That's what that idea would do. That's what would happen if he also started seeing other girls. That's not gonna move our relationship anywhere. It's only gonna make it worse. It's only gonna pull us farther apart.
Mm-hmm. And you don't want to be farther apart.
No.
Were you feeling close to him before he voiced this idea?
Yeah, I feel like we were on the right path, that we were ready to maybe take another step forward in some way, and all of a sudden he brings up this ridiculous idea, and it's surprised that I'm upset by it. That's ridiculous.
Had you voiced that or had you told them about you wanting the relationship to move forward? Is that something that you discussed with James?
Not in so many words, but kind of, I guess.
She talks about it all the time.
James, what do you mean when I'm sensing a little bit of
Let me just get this straight, because we
Okay.
didn't get the idea to talk, like, to get through this idea, we didn't get to communicate it. You would also get the chance to see other guys, so stop making
I don't want
it,
to see other
stop
guys.
making it
That's
seem
ridiculous.
that I would only get to see other girls. Open relationship.
I
sends
wouldn't
both
see other
ways.
guys.
Okay. Anyways, what was your question?
I was just asking, by the way that you answered or you expressed that idea, that there was some I don't know, what was that feeling?
Oh, she says she doesn't talk about moving forward.
Yeah,
That's
you-
all
yeah.
she talks about. About moving in together, starting a family, getting a puppy together. I mean, that's good. I like the fact that we can talk about things, but she talks about it a lot.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And I'm guessing that's something that might be a little bit scary for you? Might be going a little too fast?
Well, I don't know.
What do you feel whenever you hear Laura make comments about the future or getting a puppy or moving the relationship forward?
Makes me get a little agitated with her sometimes.
That's in the agitation is towards her.
Yeah.
What else is going on with you once you hear the idea besides agitation?
That maybe I'm feeling a little pressure to be taking those steps a little fast. So maybe that's what's agitating me.
The pressure that you're feeling.
I'm feeling that she's putting pressure on me. This should be the next step. Okay, now we're doing this. We have to do this in a certain amount of time.
And is that something that you are used to? Or that you're not used to?
No, I'm always been a free spirit. If anyone pressures me or is forcing me to do something, I'm out of there. So it's new and it's not.
So you don't like this pressure that you're feeling, that you're sensing from Laura?
No, I don't know. No, I don't.
Laura, and were you aware that James was feeling pressured in the relationship?
No. He never said that.
He never was able to voice it to you? Never voiced it to you?
No.
What's going on with you as you hear James say that he was feeling pressured?
I mean, obviously I don't want him to feel like I'm forcing him to do something he doesn't want to do. I just wish he would tell me that. How am I supposed to know?
Yeah, you can't read his head. Or he'd read his mind and his thoughts. And what else is going on with you as you said that? Because you said you don't want him to feel like that. How would you want him to feel?
Comfortable, and that we're on the same page as far as where our relationship is and where it might be going.
James, as you hear that, what's going on with you? As you hear Laura express that she wants you to feel comfortable.
I mean, it's nice to hear that, and it's nice to know that. I would like to think I could do the same for her.
Do you feel like you can?
It's just, I can't give her the same thing if I don't feel 100% comfortable talking about things. I feel like I'm holding something back. Because some things I have to say, she won't hear me out, like this whole dating other people thing.
Have there been other ideas that you voiced that you felt like you couldn't share?
Just small things. I mean, they don't happen all the time, but they're small and they happen. I mean, like the other weekend, on Sundays we normally go out to breakfast with one of our families, and I thought, well, the other weekend was her weekend to visit with her parents, and I thought, well, maybe if we don't spend so long, like so much time in the morning with her parents, then we would have time to go see my parents too. But I didn't even want to say that to her because I knew she'd be like, no, this is what we're doing. It's just always her way. So little things like that, maybe I don't feel comfortable or like I can really tell her because she won't hear me.
So you feel like you might be feeling a little unheard in the relationship? Or rejected, maybe?
I think unheard, like my ideas are, like my ideas aren't even worth hearing.
I get this. And you wanted to be honest about this other idea, and what happened? What happened after you voiced the idea? After you felt safe enough to share it, what was it? What happened?
It got shoved back in my face, like it was not worth mentioning, like my idea was not worth sharing.
And what were the reasons that Laura gave you for not being agreeable to the idea?
What reasons didn't she give me? It ended up, she slammed the door in my face and she told me that I should not stay the night in our apartment that week at all. And she just started like screaming and not
Sounds like she was very
screaming, but
upset.
she was raising her voice. Yeah, she was.
And Laura, sounds like you were very upset from what James said. Sounds like you care a lot about him, and that this really did hurt you.
It did.
And you already said that you sort of felt like you were in love. Is that something that you voiced to James during your discussion?
I voiced a lot of things I don't really remember. I don't know. Even if I did, he probably wouldn't have heard it. He wasn't really listening at that point.
Sounds like it was an intense argument.
Yeah.
James, were you aware that Laura was feeling, or that your that idea that you brought up made her feel like she wasn't enough for you?
No, I didn't, and I mean, that wasn't my intentions either. I mean, I do want to be with her, and I do care about her. So of course, I didn't mean to hurt her. But that's not the sense I got. I just got anger from her, and hatred, and basically my ideas are stupid. They're not worth anything. That's what I got. I didn't know it was gonna hurt her.
And knowing that Laura was hurt, how does that resonate with you? How does it make you feel?
It doesn't make me feel good.
You care for her a lot. You care about her as well. A lot.
Well, yeah, I thought she knew that.
You thought that she knew that?
Yeah.
Is that something that you have told her before?
I mean, maybe haven't took her hands and looked in her face and told you, I care about you. And I feel like it's mutual. I want to say she cares about me, and I care about her. It's just through our actions, but no, we've never really said it to each other.
Laura, did you know that James cared about you the way that you described it?
I thought I did until his idea.
But you thought, before he voiced it, you thought, you believed that. You did. What made you believe that? What was, if he never voiced it, what sort of things did James do to make you feel that he cared about you?
I don't know, just the way he acts with me, that he spends so much time with me, doing little things for me.
So those things make you feel that you're enough, that you're wanted. And what sort of things do you do to communicate the same feeling to James?
Similar things, I guess. Never really thought about it.
James? What sort of things does Laura do to make you feel the same way?
She surprises me by making my favorite food. And sometimes she buys me concert tickets to my favorite bands. And
But that's fun.
yeah. Yeah. And she's not crazy at this. No, and I know the way she acts and treats my family, I know that says a lot to me.
And I understand that you guys been together for about 1.5 years, 2 years? It's been a long time. And about what you were saying, those things that she does for you, have you told her before how those things make you feel?
I always tell her thank you.
So, but you do voice your appreciation, right?
Yeah, I tell her thank you.
But have you discussed openly how, how you're feeling about her doing those little things for you?
No, but I try and do little things for her too, to make her feel the same way, because I know I like when she does those things for me.
So it sounds like you both have an understanding of the relationship, how it works, that you do certain things to make each other feel comfortable and good, and everything was going well until this idea came up. um, and so this idea came up. Is that what I'm hearing right?
For the most part.
Yeah. And it sounds like things were going, before you voiced the idea, things were kind of smooth, stable, going at a steady pace. But then Laura started, you felt like Laura was kind of pressuring you to move the relationship further.
Yeah.
And that's when you voiced this idea.
Yeah, I mean, like I said, maybe it's fun to talk about here and there, but I mean, to actually set concrete plans, like, oh, by May, we're gonna get a puppy together. By next fall, we should think about maybe planning a wedding. That stuff right there, yeah.
That scared you, right?
I guess you can say it scared me, yeah. Never thought of it that way before.
What was scary about it?
Maybe that it's new to me.
It's new. Something that's you never done before?
Yeah.
What else was scary about this idea of moving forward? Besides being new?
I guess that I've never had a relationship this, one, for this long, two, this serious. So I guess I've never been maybe this close to someone. And I don't know if I want to. Or I know maybe I'm not ready, I don't know what it is. But I think maybe my independent, free spirit self is just going to be lost. It's going to be forgotten.
You feel like you're going to lose part of who you are if you continue?
Like it's going to disappear and like it's getting taken over by this relationship.
And that scared you a lot.
I guess so, yeah.
And you didn't feel like it was safe enough to share being scared with Laura?
No, I guess I didn't even know.
What scared you about sharing this with Laura?
That she would probably criticize me like times before.
Laura, in hearing James say that he was scared to communicate, that he was scared, how does that make you feel?
Sad, both that he feels like he might lose part of himself and that he couldn't share that he was scared with him.
You didn't know that it made you feel scared?
No. I mean, like, talking about the plans for the future, I'm much more plan-oriented than he is, and I know that, and I like to have my plans and my lists and life to be predictable. And I didn't realize.
For you, it wasn't scary. For you, it's scary not knowing what's going to happen.
Yeah.
I see. And it sounds like for James, or for you, James, what's scary is knowing or planning what's going to happen.
You could say that. But I'm just thinking, why does it have to be her way? Like, why do we have to be so plan-orientated? Why do we have to go at her pace?
It seems like you're still kind of,
Again, she's ignoring, like, my ideas, my own thoughts.
You never told me.
Well, you know why? You're just gonna criticize me.
is that something that she's done many times before?
Yeah, like I was saying, the whole breakfast thing the other day, I didn't even think about bringing it up because I know she'd just throw it back at me like,
Because
no.
you knew you didn't even
Laura,
try.
can you let her finish?
So you're telling me that if I would have mentioned going to my parents' house after, you would have been open to it?
It depends on when you had mentioned it. If you'd
See?
mentioned it that day, I like having my plans. When you screw up my plans, it freaks me out. You know this.
And you wonder why my freeze independent
Is that
self is
something that
disappearing.
it's been going on for a while then, the issues of when Laura liking her time structured and planning ahead, and you being more about when this is gonna meet you and not planning? Is that something that I'm hearing has been a problem in the past then too?
Maybe at the very start, maybe there was a little bit of both. Like maybe she would be excited to do something spontaneous. But now all spontaneity is out the window. All new ideas or something new is out. of
And
the
that's what
plan.
you're used to, isn't it?
Yeah, I mean, if we could still do some of that sometimes. I like her planning, I do. But not to the fact where it's consuming me and taking over who I am.
And again, there's this feeling of being scared of losing who you are.
Yeah, and the fact that she doesn't appreciate or value who I really am. She wants to conform me.
Mm-hmm. She wants to change you. Is that what I'm hearing? That you feel
Yeah,
that she
like
wants to change you?
my own ideas and stuff, my spontaneity, like those aren't good for her anymore.
And is it something that you've told Laura before?
No, I guess not.
This must be a bit scary to be able to be that vulnerable with her and voice that too.
Yeah.
What is scary about it, about sharing that part of you with Laura?
That she won't accept it. She won't take it into consideration. She'll want me to just do what she has planned.
Perhaps that maybe you're not going to be enough. You're not going to be good enough to be the person that Laura wants you to be.
I don't know. Maybe that's true. I just never thought of it that way before. Because at the beginning, like I said, she liked my ideas. But now, yeah, I guess I'm not good enough to meet her expectations and to fall into her plans.
You don't feel like you're going to fit in Laura's life? Is that what I'm hearing?
Maybe not just so structured the way she has it planned.
Laura, were you aware that James felt this way, but he didn't feel like he was going to be good enough to fit into your plans?
I don't want him to feel that way. I guess get so focused on my planning and my wanting to have things be predictable that I forget that he's not like that, and I don't want him to feel like he's not good enough, because I do want to be with him. I do care about him.
Yeah. It sounds like he cares a lot about you too.
So can I choose where we go to breakfast after this?
Baby.
Stop. And cut.
And cut.
Don't cry about it. I'll go to IHOP.
How do you stop this?
Press